GSL.
Battle of the glasses.
Battle of the bad eyesight here at the GSL. In the upper left, we've got our Terran player in the red. He owns a puppy, which I'll get to later on. He
owns a puppy.
You almost spilled water out of your nose.
Yeah, I almost
with that
did.
one. Remember, you guys should check that on YouTube. Type in Byun puppy.
Yeah.
Taste it, GSL, something like that. In the bottom right, we've got our Protoss player, a world champion, but right now he's on the ropes. He is
SK Telecom Team Party.
Okay. Well, you know, sometimes I see Parting do a game like that, and I guess he doesn't really play against Byun's style very much, because to be honest, out of top world-class Terrans, basically no one plays like Byun. You know, you might get a few guys mixing in stuff like that. Maybe sometimes Keen would try something like that. But Byun has a little bit different style than anyone else. But yeah, you know, I think the thing is, Parting, just the players he plays with, he's at such a high level that he's practicing against people that don't do that, so that makes it harder. Whereas he, as funny as it is, if he like made a new ladder account and just played the ladder for 2 days, he'd hit plenty of people playing like that. That's actually what's funny is,
like, you know, if you play against the best, you do get in a weird microcosm where there are strats that win games but are not as popular.
Yeah.
And in case you don't have experience against that, you're like, well, what? You know, this guy, you're doing it wrong. And, you know, guess what? It doesn't matter because his response was not perfect to that. And so, you know, a win is a win.
It is indeed.
As Shakespeare said, you know, win is a win. You know, that's how you become a champion.
Yeah, and
read Hamlet, guys.
I guess that's probably what he said.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was in Othello.
Okay.
A win is a win. When you flip all their pieces over onto the white side, and you're like, ha ha ha.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me. I've got to work on my my literature knowledge.
No. All right, so I think this is going to be a proxy Robo or Stargate. Well, obviously it's going to be one of those. I'm excited to see which one.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Stargate, but the fact that he's going to go on the low ground with the probe makes me say no, it's going to be a Robo.
Yeah. Look at that manly Robo position.
Watch you proxy the gateway. I'm like, oh, he forgot about warp gates. He doesn't need to do that.
Robo, there you go. Okay, so it's just going to be a little Immortal push. We actually saw this before on this map. And of course, the way the top of the ramp is and the back rocks are, you definitely can put on a lot of damage. And in fact, it was Squirtle that we saw do this, right?
Yeah, so I think we're going to see the exact same strat.
See, that actually makes sense because Parting and Squirtle are good friends. And actually, when Parting was first coming up, every build he used, Squirtle invented.
Yeah.
Squirtle, another player, his superpower, Brain.
Brain, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's interesting to actually think about it and figure out what is someone so good at. But yeah, it's a strong build, and we'll see if Byun is actually going to be ready. And here's the problem with Byun: he's making a factory right now, as opposed to more Raxes. If you have more Raxes, you can get enough Marines out that you're going to have an easier time holding this.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's teching up like this, I actually already feel like Parting's going to take this.
Yeah, this should be pretty short. Yeah. This is rock, paper, scissors situation. It's unfortunate because if you really think about it, if I know Byun watches all the GSL games, all the pro gamers,
they at least have someone on the team telling them what happened.
So, you know, when you see something like this, and you're thinking, well, I mean, Parting and Squirtle are best friends and teammates, and this is a very specific build that Squirtle did earlier this week, or last week.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wouldn't recommend this.
Yeah. Well, you know, Byun does have his own style, and you know, it's hard to guess that this is exactly what Parting will do on a map Byun picked. So
that's true too.
I mean, we'll see in a second here if he can actually hold, but he's making another bunker, and he does have a reactor on that barracks. So, I mean, we'll see, man. There is the possibility he can hold. But if he loses those Marines, okay, he sees what's going on now.
He knows.
And if he gets Siege Tanks up with Siege mode, that can be a big deal. Because obviously it's not going to be good against Mortals, but if you crush everything else, the Mortals don't matter.
Now, guys, if Protoss doesn't succeed with this in the next, I'd say, 5 minutes or so, this game's over.
Absolutely. This game's going to be decided very quickly.
All right, here we go.
All right, so the first bunker is going to go down, and he's going to be able to kill off these Marines as well, which is very important.
What? He actually lifted up the... he like lifted it up and ran away?
Yeah. All right, well, trying to snipe off. He has to be super careful of that siege tank because obviously the Immortals can kill it in a matter of seconds.
Now, this is going to supply block the Terran, which is one of the beauties behind.
You know what? I think Byun is going to hold this now.
I think you're right. It depends if it's a tank that's shot, though.
Yeah, he has that second bunker, though, and 2 siege tanks with siege mode. Look at that. He's making a little wall.
Yeah, he gets it up right. That's so money.
Anything he keeps in front there, look, he's just going to pulverize everything that's not an Immortal. And if the Immortals try to kill the bunker, they'll take so much damage from Marine fire that then the tanks will deal their full.
Here's step 2. You lift the command center off and you leave. You just lift off. You do not try to hold this.
Do not
hold this. Do not hold this. Do not hold this.
He really needs to pull up. He cannot be going down that ramp.
He's going to lift.
Okay.
He's going to lift.
He might even leave the command center there and take some damage before he goes, to be honest.
All right. Nope. Whoop. Now he messed up the lift.
Uh-oh. This was a smart move by Party. He's going to take down this other bunker while those siege tanks are way out of position. Now he's got to bring up all his SCVs. He's got to keep those siege tanks alive. The Immortals are trying to get close enough. They're close enough to one of them. One of them does, in fact, go down. But still, 3 Immortals do remain alive.
There's no siege tanks making right now. Oh, you know what? I think he's done it. I think actually Party turned it around.
I think you're right.
It was the panicked siege mode.
Yeah,
out of position.
Absolutely. And in fact, he's still doing an okay job, but you know, it's just too much damage.
3 Immortals. I mean, they're too strong.
19 supply. I don't think so.
Not so much.
But you know what? Byun almost held that, but Parting was just
making him dance there for a second.
Parting was so smart to go to the back and then run up the front real quick. Byun overcommitted to the back defense, and he even, you know that. Wow, that was a hard position for Parting to execute perfectly.
Well, that was the moment where you realize, like, the Eminem song comes on. It's like, you got one shot.
Yes.
You know, and like
that's what it sounds like. Actually, are you Eminem, or are you the real Slim Shady?
I'm the real Slim Shady.
Okay.
Yes. No, but that was like the all-in's done. He's like, well, there's one more trick. You know, there's one more thing I can do that might trick him up.
Yeah. Well, it totally worked for Parting because Byun actually, he almost held there, man. It's actually hilarious how good siege tanks are against Protoss units.
If siege tanks are set up and you can't get to them, within maybe 2 volleys, then you are actually in a lot of trouble.
Again, the ultimate defensive unit.
Really is.
All right. Well, we're going to be going into Game 3, and it's going to be Planet S. So that's going to be Byun's second choice. That's Byun's first choice, sorry. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Byun wants to play on this map. Have we seen many TVPs in GSL on this? I don't know that we've seen any yet, actually, for TVP. I've seen a little bit in Pro League, but I don't think we've seen it on...
I don't think so, but don't count me on that. You know how many games you end up casting here. It can be kind of a blur.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, going into this match, again, the map is going to be Code S. Or Planet S and Code S, excuse me. So, remember, there's a lot of interesting things Terrans can do on this map, and it's a map where siege tanks are especially strong because of that.
Think he'll go siege tank again?
I hope so.
I hope so,
I'd love to see him do it.
I love Byun's style. It's cool. It's fun, refreshing, tasteless, just like Hot 6.
All right, let's get ready for more action here at GSL Code S.